Well, I took a year off because I wanted to see where we were and see what was happening at home and strengthen our strategy. And our strategy has been very effective. We're seeing an incline in our business. But now our focus is very heavy on UK and Europe because we want to get more airlift from this destination. We want to make sure that we are moving with the trends. And we're seeing the invitations that are coming from our stakeholders and the partners here, and we feel quite good about it. So yes, it's good to be back, and one thing's for sure is that the world's focused heavily on tourism.
Now, the US understandably has been your major market. You are right next to Florida, a few minutes from Florida, but you seem, as you suggest, will be putting fresh attention, focus on the UK and Europe, is that right?
Yes, the world is changing, and it's easier to access destinations. It's easier to market our country because of the digital platform. And so as we get the message out, we're seeing a greater demand for the Bahamas. So whilst the US is more than likely to be our #1 partner for years to come, the truth is we're seeing that more and more people are looking for longer haul destinations. So for instance, the UK, the European business we're going after, we're seeking to strengthen our relationship with British Airways. We're seeking to cause a better relationship with Virgin and also other airlines that will cause business to come to our country. When you go outside the UK and Europe, of course the Asian market, we're looking at that as well. And you know, the Bahamas has reciprocal agreement now with China as it relates to visas. So we're seeking to constantly cause for growth and development, because one thing's for sure is that people want the brand Bahamas. We think we're a premier warm weather destination. But what we do at home, whilst we continue to improve the product, continue to improve the overall infrastructure, we must ensure at the same time that we have simultaneous markets going on, and the marketing is important to us to cause for growth and development.
So am I hearing here a greater emphasis on diversification?
Absolutely, and that's because we have at least 16 islands of the Bahamas that are ready for the tourism business. We have many more islands, some 700, but 16 islands that we have a heavy focus on, and all offer something different. We have the very large hotels to the boutique hotels. We have the fishing lounges to just relaxation one-day visits to, say, the island of Bimini. So you are seeing the Bahamas emphasize what it has and offer that to the world.
What major and new is happening in the Bahamas now that excites you, that you can share here at World Travel Market?
Well, we're seeing greater development in the islands, but I can tell you the BahaMar project is very significant. 20 years ago, Atlantis came onto the scene and changed the game throughout the region. BahaMar is going to have that same effect, because within BahaMar, you're going to see major brands like Hyatt, SLS, Rosewood, of course, Hyatt, and then a 100,000 square feet casino, so the largest in the Caribbean. That's going to be a game changer because it's going to send a trend. But at the same time, it's going to complement Atlantis, because whilst one focuses on family, another focuses on the individuals, it's focused on couples, it focuses on just fun, having a great time in our country. And then of course we see Grand Bahama, where we've had growth, 28% growth in Grand Bahama over the past year. And that has a lot to do with our relationship with Sunwing, because Sunwing now has become a major partner. It's opened up a brand, a hotel, Memories, and we're seeing tremendous airlift. We're now throughout Canada where we have 8 gates. And just yesterday, we saw airlift coming for the first time from Calgary and Vancouver. And then, of course, is the island of Bimini, the island that's known for Martin Luther King, Ernest Hemingway. We now have a relationship with Genting. Genting has opened a casino there. We have one-day cruises, overnight cruises, and a new hotel is being built as we speak. So we feel very good about that. Now, how do we take what we've been doing and mix it with the culture? Well, the Bahamas has announced that it will introduce for the first time junk canoe mixed with carnival. That's going to take place next May, and we expect to attract thousands from around the world. And in addition to that, of course, we've been focused heavily on sports tourism, the mega events, IAAF, which will come back to the Bahamas again next year. We have the LPGA, we have college football, we have professional basketball, all that's taking place, again, drawing people to the Bahamas, where they're seeing that the Bahamas is just more than sun, sand, and sea, but those are important components.
And also we're told that the Colonial Hilton, British Colonial Hilton, this structure that has been part of the Bahamian landscape and history for quite a while, is also being bought over and will go to new owners.
It was just bought by Chinese construction, They intend to spend about $700 million in the reconstruction of it and calls for new development for Bay Street. You must remember now, in the capital city, there's Atlantis. Then there's, of course, the south of New Providence, which is where Albany is, where Tiger Woods and others are residing and are part owners of. And then, of course, there is the Bahamian Riviera, where BahaMar is. But our carpet, our welcoming carpet, Bay Street requires some further growth and development. So together with China Construction, you're going to see a whole new program for Bay Street. So we would have taken care of the tourism zone, if you will, in the capital city, making it very attractive.
Are they the same ones involved with BahaMar as well?
Same ones involved with BahaMar.
Now, in addition to that, and with all of this happening there, you mentioned BahaMar, and for the persons who are watching this who are not familiar with BahaMar, what is it?
BahaMar is a new destination. It is to coincide with the new trends of the new trenders. It is to focus on markets where people are looking to be trendsetters, as we had 30, 40 years ago when the Frank Sinatras and others came to this part of the world. Well, what's going to happen now is you're going to see the new trend, and that's why the brands associated with this product, whether it's Rosewood or SLS or Hyatt or the new casino, is going to be very trendy. You're going to see in the resort the branded stores and the retail stores that will be attracting, again, a high end of visitation. So what we're seeing now is something new. It's going to add to what we already have and bring a whole new image to the destination. So we want the family to come. We want you to come and have a great time. We want you to come on the spur of the moment to think about, where am I going to go for a good weekend and have a great time. And then, of course, we want you to come to some of the best restaurants in the world.
And back to your carnival, Junkanoo in May, that's also new, being introduced. So is this a different spin to Carnival?
Well, it's to add to Carnival. Carnival sends a message of that unrestricted excitement and jubilation. Well, we must remember that Junkanoo was a celebration of our slaves and the liberation, and the fact that that was the time that they could defy the owners and walk up the central street and demonstrate their creativity and through art, whether it's in music, whether it's in the making of their costumes, they were able to do so. So if you put two together, well, that's going to be more than anything else. It's going to be entertaining, lethal.